Today, we're going to talk about the program and answer any questions that you might have. But I don't want to dwell too much on what we're offering. What I think is most important is what you want and how you see yourselves in terms of your professional future. The program that we've put together is innovative. It's designed for the 21st century English language teaching profession. It's unlike any other program in the world. It's offered at one of the best universities for language teaching in the world. And of course, it's offered via Coursera, which is the world's best online educational platform. But none of these things are reasons why you should be choosing the program. You should be choosing the program if you have the mindset to be a mobile leader in 21st century English language teaching. It's not so important what we're offering. What is important is what you want to do. If you have that mindset, if you believe, as we believe, that English language teaching exists without borders, that we can help people all over the world to develop professionally and personally through language teaching, then this program is for you. We have an international faculty working on the program, but no less importantly, we hope to have a truly global student body. The fact is, this program really is truly global. You can study on it from anywhere in the world, and of course, you can work anywhere in the world. And it's this idea of offering total flexibility and total mobility that drove us to create the program. Looking at the staff on the program, we have staff who were educated at a wide range of universities throughout the world, in the UK, in Australia, experience in the USA, in Europe, in many other countries as well. So I know that sometimes we get questions as to why a Russian university is a great place to study this subject. But the fact is that the university itself, although it's located in Tomsk, in Siberia, it is a university with a huge international staff. And of course, we have students from all over the world. And given the online nature of the program, it's possible to be located absolutely anywhere. We're also partnering with various organizations around the world, including English UK, the University of Sheffield. We're recognized by the Chartered Institute of Linguists for our language teaching excellence, and so on. So we often get questions, do you need to speak Russian? No, of course not. This is a program taught in English. Many of the staff on the program are native speakers of English as well, or in any case, fluent in English. And the program truly is an international one. In terms of the tracks that we offer, I'm sure you're aware that we offer 2 tracks on the program. One is for those who want to specialize as advanced classroom practitioners. For example, you might be interested in teaching academic English in a university setting, or business English in a commercial setting. And of course, there's the ELT management track for those who want to become leaders in ELT administration. So we offer a lot of flexibility there. And in terms of the second year, when you come to look at your own practice and do both some research at master's level and also professional practice as well, this is what really prepares you to be a leader in the profession, whether you want to be more based in the classroom or whether you see yourself as a manager. But that's enough from me. I'm much more interested not in delivering a monologue here, but in answering any questions that you have. And I'm sure that your interest in the program means that you do have a lot of questions. So please feel free to ask. You can ask in the chat if you like, or you can ask out loud, or whatever you prefer. And I'd be glad to answer any questions. After questions that you might have for me, my colleague Vladimir will talk about the admissions procedure. But in the meantime, any questions about the program, please ask, and I'll be glad to answer. Anyone? Either I've done a brilliant job of explaining the program, there are no questions left, or we're a little shy today. Please feel free to ask anything you like. We have a question here. Is the program online? How many hours a week do we need to dedicate to this course? Yes, the program is 100% online. So there is no need to attend any physical classroom. We will be offering optional summer and winter schools for those people who would like to meet up. But of course, you can participate in those summer and winter schools online as well. So literally, you could be anywhere in the world. As for how many hours a week, I would say an average of maybe 10 to 12 hours a week. Some weeks might be a little busier. For example, when you're preparing to take an exam, for example, to defend your dissertation at the end of the program. Maybe if you're writing an essay. Other weeks might be lighter, of course. So it does depend on you how many hours you would like to spend on preparation, so on. But my estimate is approximately 10 to 12 hours a week. Any other questions? No, not yet. Okay, if we have no more questions for me, then I would like to ask Vladimir to speak about the admissions procedure. Certainly when we're talking about admissions, it can sound a little scary, all these documents and so on, but we can streamline everything to make it much simpler for you. We have a question from Janine. What are the graduate program outcomes relevant for the current or even future industrial revolution? It's a great question. This program, as we've said, is a totally innovative program offered for English language teaching professionals with a global mindset, people who are looking not so much towards the past of ELT, but the future. We see, if we look at how English language teaching is and might develop further in the future, we're seeing that online learning is becoming more and more relevant. No surprises there. One of the reasons, of course, why we're launching this program. And we see that teachers need to be prepared to work with potentially a global audience. You could be located in, I don't know, for example, India or Indonesia or Ireland, working with people from China, Brazil, South Africa, anywhere. So it no longer matters where you're located and where your learners are located. So if we look at the way that the program is geared to allow us to respond to that, we can see that we have a huge emphasis on what the future of English language teaching will entail, teaching with technology, for example, teaching skills which are important and relevant for the future. So as a graduate of the program, you will be much better prepared than a traditional English language teacher might be to cope with those particular challenges, whether it's dealing with a multicultural student audience from all over the world, whether it's teaching via technology, whether we're talking about a specific aspect of the ELT, for example, teaching academic English or business English, English for specific purposes, and so on. And we have a question from Abigail. Are the lessons live, and how would the schedule work? Every week, for each subject, there will be a pre-recorded session, so you can watch this session at any time convenient for you. And once every 2 weeks, there will be a live session, which will be interactive, where you can discuss the material both with the teacher and, of course, with your fellow students. We also understand that we have a global student body, and time difference is important. And for that reason, the live sessions will be offered twice at different times. For example, 10 a.m. in one time zone, and then again at say 8 p.m. So we'll be offering two different times to ensure that people will hopefully have that capacity to take part. And of course, if 1 week you're unable to attend because you have something going on, then of course the live sessions will also be recorded, and you can watch them later. So we are very mindful that we have a global student body, and people will be joining us in very, very different time zones. We take that into account. No more questions I can see there. You're welcome, Abigail. Any other questions that you have, please feel free to ask. We're all very friendly here. There's no need to be shy. Okay, in the absence of questions then, I'll ask Vladimir to speak about the admissions procedure. And if you have any questions about the admissions procedure after that, then of course we'll be glad to answer those questions. And of course, if you have any other questions, if anything comes to your mind, then of course, please feel free to ask. We have a question, how much is the tuition per year? The tuition per year is 525,000 rubles, which is approximately $7,000, 7,000 US dollars per year. We also get questions about scholarships. I understand, of course, that we all want to study for as cheap a price as possible. I'm afraid we don't offer scholarships on the program. That is because we're offering this program for the cheapest price available. And for us, it was very important that the program be as accessible as possible. So we put together the best quality program that we could, and we worked out the cheapest price we could offer that program for, and this is it. So I'm afraid we are unable to offer scholarships for you. What we do offer, though, is a great high quality program that will prepare you to be leaders in the profession, and we are offering it for the lowest price possible. I understand that $7,000 isn't maybe the smallest amount of money. On the other hand, if you compare our program to the cost of many other programs, it is very, very cheap, and offering it online via Coursera does allow us to offer it for the most accessible price possible. So we are doing our best to ensure that it's as cheap as possible for people around the world. And of course, we'd be very glad to see you on the program. And we have a question. I have a degree in TEFL before. Can I apply for the program? Yes. The program is for people who are both new to the profession and people who have some experience in the profession. So our tuition is guided towards those skills that you come to the program with. If you have no experience in ELT, that's fine. We will commence at the beginning and introduce you to ELT and allow you opportunities to practice and grow your skills. And if you come to us with some experience in the field, for example, some people will have a bachelor's degree and experience in teaching English, or maybe people will have done a CELTA course or TKT tests, whatever, then of course we can complement those skills that you already have and add to them. So the program over the course of the 2 years is designed to take into account those skills that you come to us with. So whether you have zero experience or some experience, the program is designed to be suitable for you. We have a question about advice for enrolling in the program. Vladimir will speak about the admissions procedure. I don't see any more questions yet, so I'll ask Vladimir to speak now. But of course, if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask in the chat or out loud, and we'll return to those questions and answer them for you. So thank you very much for putting up with me for a few minutes. And Vladimir, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Peter. Hello, everyone. And so, yeah, I guess we can start off with this page. Exactly, this is the website of our program, and I'm going to share some information in our chat. So the first, I'm going to put this website here. Right. So it contains all the necessary information for you to look through, and we are now more interested in how you are going to apply. So there is apply now option here, and if you go there, you can see that you need to put some information over here just to make sure that yeah, everything is fine. And there are basically two different options here available, because if you apply from certain countries, Russia included, that you will have 50% discount for the program. And this is the first, yeah, the first thing to consider, yeah, is if you have a chance for this this discount. So for this, automatically, if you put the country here, so let's say Russia, you will be provided with the yep, with the letter to your email, and this is where you need to go through registration, and this is how it goes. So you need to sign up, provide your personal information, make up the password, yes, and then sign up. Uh, After that, uh, if it is successful, then uh, you will get a chance to apply. This is how it goes. So if you apply, then yeah, there are some more uh, fields to fill in. Yeah, that is quite available, I guess. Right, so this is how it goes. This is the first one, and again, this is for the citizens of the Russian Federation and some countries of CIS. If it comes to foreign countries, I mean, we call it like abroad, yeah, then there is another way. So once again, if you put here the country where you come from, then there is another way. First, you will get the email, um, this one. It's like the thank you letter for your interest, and it will take around um, 24 hours or maybe even 48 hours considering the time difference. For the second email, then you will get instructions to apply for the program. And so this is where you go, admissions.tsu.ru. Yep. So, and this registration form will be available for you. Right. Once again, you put all the necessary information in the fields over here. And yeah, there are some details that you will find very easy. So the first thing is that you don't need to submit any original documents. I mean, you only need some scanned documents to provide them, and this will be enough because the program is 100% online. As for some documents where you need your personal signature, you will do the same. When you get it, you will sign it and then submit it where appropriate. Yep, this is where it is, right? One more thing is very important because you will need to provide the documents which are ready to be submitted for the Russian university. This is called legalization, and yeah, for this you will need apostille. So this is how the documents can be legalized, and this is a very important step, really. Some useful information is provided here concerning the steps to admission, and once again I'm going to share it with you in the chat. Yeah, this is our next link. Yep. To continue with, right? Concerning the tuition fee, yeah, that was already mentioned. And there are some options to pay it, and you need to pay at least 25% of the whole sum to be enrolled at the program. Yep. So I guess that's it. All the steps are quite easy, and if you've been through any registration, so yeah, you will find it easy to go through. Still, if there are questions concerning the procedure or any other questions concerning the admission procedure, feel free and ask them now. You are welcome.
Any questions for Vladimir or for me? Anyone? No, it seems we've done such a great job of explaining that everything is clear.
Yeah, it's quite understandable that people nowadays, despite the country where they live, they are quite familiar with the procedure. So I guess it should not be very difficult. Can the whole program be done using a tablet? Good question. More technical, maybe. So
certainly, if you have the right technical capabilities using a tablet, then certainly it's possible. The main thing, of course, is that you are able to access Coursera, and the program is delivered, as we understand, via Coursera. And of course, the live sessions take place via Zoom. So, Abigail, I think since you're with us today on Zoom, there shouldn't be any particular problems there. Of course, internet access is going to be important. We understand that. So essentially, yes. If you have decent internet access, not even every day, but at least from time to time, in order to join us on the program, then there are really no problems. Our concern in developing the program was to make it accessible to as many people as possible, both in terms of, as we said, in terms of affordability, but of course also in terms of technical access as well. We understand that English language teaching is becoming increasingly popular and increasingly relevant in a wider range of countries than before. So we are keen to ensure that this program is as accessible as possible for people all around the world. And we have another question about the Ielts exam. We do accept a wide variety of tests for entry to the program. So it could be Ielts, it could be TOEFL, it could be some other kind of test. The main requirement that we ask for is that your level of English be C1 or above. But of course, you're welcome to demonstrate that level in a variety of ways. And if you don't have access to a particular test, then of course we can help you with that and arrange a test based at our university. And another question: does the course include research-based publication to complete the degree? The degree is completed through writing a master's dissertation at the end of the program. So during the program, you will have professional practice, and you'll have the opportunity to do some research into an aspect of that professional practice. And you will work closely with a member of our staff who will be your research supervisor, the person who will guide you and advise you through this process so that you can investigate a particular aspect of what you're doing and become an expert in it. And at the end of the program, therefore, you will have written your master's dissertation, which you'll then proceed to defend, and then you graduate from the program. Many students at our university who write their master's dissertations, they will have research publications as well. So if you would like to write research papers and publish them, there are opportunities to do that as well. We help our students publish their work, and some of our students have published work in rather prestigious journals indexed in Web of Science and Scopus and so on. So for those of you who are research-minded, the program, of course, is a very practical program, but that practice is deeply connected with cutting-edge research in language education. So whatever your ambitions and desires are in terms of your academic work, you'll find those avenues available for you. Any other questions there? We've had some great questions today. Good. It's good to see. It's good to see that level of interest. Any other questions? Anything that we haven't answered yet? Anything that we haven't talked about that that is of interest to you? Anyone? Can overseas students receive discount study fee? We can offer 50% discounts only to students from specific countries. Russia, for example, and various countries from the Commonwealth of Independent States. Unfortunately, we're unable to offer discounts to students from other countries. As I said, we are doing our best to provide this program for the most affordable possible price, and I'm afraid those are the limits within which we find ourselves. And we have a question from Abigail. Payment is made via credit card. Payments, I believe, is usually made via a bank transfer. So from your bank account to the university bank accounts, typically. So that would be an international bank transfer. But I'm no expert in the financial aspects of the program. But certainly we've had many students at our university from all over the world, and we haven't had a problem arranging payments yet. and we have a question, is it necessary to translate my documents into Russian? That's a good question. Speaking about the bureaucracy involved, it's important that your documents are legalized, which means that they need to be stamped in your country of origin. That's a process which sounds difficult before you do it, but our international office at the university can arrange that easily. As regarding translations, I'm sure that one of my colleagues here could answer this question perhaps a little more clearly. But in terms of the documents that are required, our international office will help you with the whole procedure. We'll guide you through that. So there's no need to be concerned about the bureaucratic requirements. We have another question. You don't transfer credits, but instead offer the opportunity to build up with courses. Please explain this further. We have some courses available on Coursera, or at least they will very soon be available on Coursera, which you can take. These courses don't provide credits, but they are counted as part of the degree program. They count as sections of certain modules, so they're very small courses. They don't count for a lot of the program, which is why they don't give credits. But these are introductory parts of some of the courses that we offer. So you are welcome to take those courses and acquaint yourself with the field of ELT. But we do like our students to go through the whole program, because we've put together a program that is very comprehensive from beginning to end. So it does make sense to follow the exact program that we offer. And we understand that other institutions, of course, might offer their own programs in ELT, but it's a question of whether what you cover matches what we cover in our program. So it is important that our students go through from beginning to end in order to ensure that you have that quality background in order to enter the profession. Any other questions? We have a question from Abigail. If I live in a different country, not my country of origin, will I need to get all my documents from my country of origin? Yes, we understand, of course, the difficulties involved these days in the pandemic situation that we find. The most important documents, of course, are your identification, passport, for instance, and of course your educational document, so the document confirming your bachelor's degree. It doesn't matter where you're located, but of course we will need to confirm your identity, who you are, and of course we need to confirm that you do have a bachelor's degree, because the legal requirements to enter a master's program are that you have a bachelor's education. So that will need to be confirmed. It can be confirmed with copies. So if you do have those copies available, then that's the main thing. Yes, if you have your copies of your transcripts, diplomas, and of course your passport, then of course that's acceptable. That's the main thing that we need to see to ensure that you are who you are for obvious reasons, and that you have a bachelor's education. Any other questions? Of course, if you have a question that comes to you later, you're welcome to contact us, and we will respond very quickly. I understand that sometimes the webinar finishes and you think, oh, I should have asked that question. But of course, in those cases, just let us know, and we'll be glad to answer whatever question that you have. Anything else, please? Anything at all? Please feel free to ask. We still have some time. If there are no questions, we can finish early and enjoy the rest of the day. But if you do have something you'd like to ask, my colleagues and I would be very glad to help you. No? Okay. If we have no questions, then I'd just like to end by thanking you again for joining us today. It is great to see a global audience, and of course that matches exactly our expectations for the program. As I said, a global student body, international staff working on the program, and we are looking forward to working with you and to helping you enter and develop in the field as ELT professionals. For us, the main concern of the program has always been quality in terms of not only what we teach, but of course how we teach it as well. And I'm sure that with an active student body and the wonderful questions that we've had today, we see that level of interest, and we appreciate, of course, the fact that you are considering our program. And I do hope that you will apply to the program, and that we will work together over the next 2 years. Thank you, Vladimir, for adding the email address here. You also, I'm sure, have the address of the site of the program. So please feel free to take a look at that site. See the information available there. Anything else, of course, please email us. We will get back to you. And we do hope that you will join us in the future, and that you will become successful professionals in English language teaching. Thank you very much.